ظهر الدين المؤيد بظهور النبي أحمد.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Bagus and I am the student of University Aisyah Yogyakarta. Today, I am here to talk about the different culture about Indonesia and United States of America, or we can call it America. The purpose of the presentation is to explain the culture between Indonesia and America. My talk is divided into two parts. I'll start with the difference between Indonesia and American culture, and finally I will sum up my presentation. If we still have the time, there will be a question and answer session. So, before I start, does anyone know about Indonesian or American culture? But hardly anyone knows a lot about it. Okay. Now, we can look at the two pictures. On the right side, it's American map, and on the left side, it's Indonesian map. In here, we can look the difference on the surface area. So from these two pictures, the two countries must have the different culture. Well, so the first difference culture in Indonesia and America is eating food. Indonesian people eat the same food every day for lunch and dinner. That is rice. We all know about rice. Rice is a main food for Indonesian folk. Even so, they eat with other food like meat, vegetables, noodles, or other. On the other hand, American people eat a variety of foods each day. In particular, they eat pizza, sandwiches, pasta or noodles, and sometimes meat for dinner. The second of the different culture in Indonesia and America is fashion. In Indonesians' viewpoint, fashion represents how the characteristic of somebody is. It is symbol of him or her personality, age, or social standing. You will get complaint if you wear inappropriate fashion. Wearing sexy clothes is considered impolite because Indonesia has strong Eastern ethical and influence of Islamic value. Unlike in Indonesia, people in the America can choose what clothes they want to wear freely. Example, an old woman can wear a vivid clothes with many bright accessories. Nobody will complain what your fashion is. And we can look in America, then in the picture. There can American people usually have tattoos. Yeah. Then the different culture in Indonesia and in America is the taste of the food. In general, America prefer a sweet taste or a little bit salty in their food. In contrast, most Indonesian people like a hot and spicy taste in their food. Also, Indonesians would like to eat food that still warms. Therefore, they always warm their food before eating. On the other hand, American people admit to eat food that isn't warm. Next, the different culture in Indonesia and America is the way to greet other people. In Indonesia, they do handshake or not the hit each other. Sometimes there is some people do handshake without touching between female and male. It is because most of Indonesian people are Muslim. So the female do not touch the male when they do shake hand. On the other hand, the American people give kiss or handshake for business relationship. And for young people, they usually touch their shoulder or just say hello, and usually just eye contact. Then, the different culture in Indonesia and America is the way they eat meal. On Indonesian people prefer eating meal by their hand or without spoons or fork. But American people prefer eating meal by knife and fork. It's just because they like eating meat. Okay, the next difference culture in Indonesia and America is traditional clothes. In Indonesia has many kinds of traditional clothes because we can see on the pictures on Indonesia. Indonesia has various tribes and many regions, so traditional clothes in Indonesia becomes very diverse. On the other hand, the American people doesn't really have traditional clothes because in American, a nation of immigrants from all over the world, and as such each group has a bit of influence on the fashion, with the biggest being various European style. But in here, I can say the name jeans and sneakers are traditional American clothes. So, from all that has been explained above, I'd like to conclude understanding the different culture in Indonesian between American. You can adapt well in Indonesian or in America. Indonesia has strong Eastern culture where people have to obey the norms. The America, that renowned for their liberty statue, emphasize on its freedom. And in here, learning about cultures is important, so we can know how to appreciate other cultures by keeping our cultures. Before closing, I want to tell you something you can remember it. The word is difference is not to distancing each other, but from the difference that will unite all of us. And that's bring us to the end. I'd like to thank you for your time and attention today. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi.
لو كان بيننا الحبيب لدنا القاسي والقريب من طيبة قبل المغيب